Well, goddamn.
15 felonies.
You woo.
Hello, friends. We're back for Black and Curious. I'm Kendrin.
What up? What up? It is Deja. How y'all doing?
Oh, if you've never been here before, we do a cross section of pop culture in real life. Today, we are talking about criminals.
I mean, we just got finished talking about Destiny.
Real quick. Yeah, we just got finished talking about Destiny. If you haven't watched that episode, go back and we're at the end of that episode. We talk about Destiny. She's apparently Destiny from Love and Marriage Huntsville was had to turn herself in down to the courthouse to the slammer for forgery.
It's funny, but yes, the girls with their illegalities is wild.
Yeah, real wild. So also British Williams, I think her name is.
Basketball Wives fame.
She got sentenced to. Let me find out. Sentenced to, oh my gosh, 4 years. She got 4 years for committing some of the frauds, some of the things.
How about to say, what was the actual thing?
It's probably something to do with COVID fraud.
I think it is like credit card fraud and some other stuff. But the thing that was sad to me is that she got what?
Fraud pandemic. Yeah, it was pandemic stuff. $564,000 worth of frauds, including tax fraud, bank fraud, insurance fraud, and 3 separate pandemic fraud schemes.
Well, goddamn.
15 felonies.
You woo.
5 counts of misuse of a social security number, 4 counts of bank fraud, 3 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of making false statements to the IRS.
Girl, I thought that she had gotten caught up with because of her ex-baby daddy. And like he was the one doing all this stuff. Because when they talked about it initially, she was supposed to be like an accessory to the crimes or whatever have you.
Don't seem like it.
Damn, that is crazy. And for you to get caught up like this and now you back on this television show, girl, that is a goddamn shame.
It's foolish what it is.
Who else is on the docket?
Let me say something about this because I have strong feelings about this. I am currently catching up on Housewives of Orange County. Listen, OC has not, it does not give as much as it used to, but I have been watching. Vicky's been on it a little bit, and the season just ended not too long ago. Shannon Beador, okay, just got a DUI. And let me tell you why this is such an issue for me personally. So a few seasons ago, Gina's life was falling apart. Gina was she getting a divorce at that time?
I think
she was definitely separated from her husband at the time. And so she ended up getting a DUI. And Shannon has held over her head for seasons, years, that she called her friend who kept Shannon from getting arrested in front of her kids. So her friend apparently knew the judge on Gina's case and was able to stop Gina from getting picked up by the cops that day. So she was able to like turn herself in properly and like make arrangements for her kids and all of that stuff. But Shannon has dangled this over Gina's head 4 years. So for herself to wind up in a DUI situation is poetic justice. And I hope that for the entirety of the next season, and Gina ain't even my favorite like that. Let me keep it a rack. I don't really fool with Gina like that. She gets on my nerves. But I hope for the entirety of the next season of Real Housewives of Orange County, Gina calls Shannon a drunk every chance she gets. I hope that for her. It is what she deserves. Because why do you help somebody? Why do you go through the trouble of helping somebody if you're going to throw it in their face every time? If that is what it takes for you to help me, that you can throw that in my face every time and you love to tell that story. And she says it. Yeah, I love to tell that story. Because Gina was like, yeah, you really love to tell that story that you helped me with my DUI. She's like, yeah, I love to tell that story. It's just like, well, you better love to talk about why you got a DUI, ma'am. I want you to love to talk about that just as much.
It's so many of the Housewives girls
about it.
But it's so many of the Housewives girls that have alcoholism issues. Because didn't Luann catch a case behind being a drunk? Of RHO or Roni? CBS Pass.
And my thing is,
and
everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah.
Please don't please don't drink and drive. Like, that's not cool. That's not okay. But for her to have thrown that inside of in Gina's face all this time,
and now you got it.
Some of that to come back around to her. That's how I strongly feel about that.
And my thing is, like, girl, you should have, for Shannon, she should have known that was going to come around and hit her because of the fact that the girls was always accusing her of possibly being an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Not even possibly. They had been alleging it for seasons.
Not to mention, she has kids that are that age, like that, freshly alcoholed age. I mean, I'm sure they've been drinking forever at this point, but, they're freshly 21. Like, her daughters, I think, are maybe 19, 20. And then her oldest daughter is probably 22, 23. So this looks like, now it's when you want to get a DUI? Like, how can you...
I'm like,
what do you say to your daughters?
Why? What's going on that you couldn't have a driver?
Call an Uber.
Coin. Anyway.
Call an Uber.
Anyway. Not you pulling your inner Carlos King down to the microphone.
Right.
Like, girls, there's too many ways for you to get around than to be getting caught up with DUIs and carrying on. Just saying. 100%. And y'all got too much money to be getting DUIs.
Absolutely. So anyway, drop down in the comments. Let us know if we missed anybody. We talked about divorces previously, so we've covered the civil. Now we've covered the criminal. So let us know if we missed anybody, child.
Please.
And we will come back to the stories for those that we missed.
Yeah.
In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will talk to you next time.
Peace out, friends.
Bye.